When the little prince realized that he did not know how to understand anything, and that he would have seen and judged Rose by her deeds and not by her words, it is a misconception that love can only prove by words because, as we can see, like little prince, realized his mistake. At first, he thought that Rose did not like him, but then he had realized that it is not true. Always remember that action speaks louder than words. In chapter 8, another statement from the little prince, he said that Rose cast her fragrance and her radiance over him, and he has run away from him. He ought to have guessed all the affection that lay behind her poor little stratagems. Flowers are so inconsistent, but he was just too young to know how to love her. This statement of the little prince is biased because he was only listening to his thoughts and feeling and forget to understand the thoughts and feeling of the flower. In chapter 9, Rose has a statement and she said to the little prince, "You have decided to go away. Now go." She said that she did not want him to see her crying. She was such a proud flower. This statement of Rose is childish because she doesn't want to solve the problem and talk to the little prince, but instead, she said goodbye to him. In chapter 10, the king said that the most difficult thing of all is to judge yourself. It is much more difficult to judge oneself than to judge others. If you succeed in judging yourself rightly, then you are indeed a man of true wisdom. That's right, because people usually judge others but forget to judge themselves. And a person that judges himself before others is a sign of true wisdom. In chapter 11, conceited men believe that to admire means that a person is the most handsome, the best dressed, the richest, and the most intelligent man on the planet. And that belief is a misconception because admiring is appreciating. It doesn't only look at the physical appearance or economic status or how smart a person is. It is appreciating the good deeds, the good heart and soul of a person. In chapter 13, the businessman said that when you find the diamond that belongs to nobody, it is yours. This statement of the businessman is misconception of ownership because when taking something, there are a lot of things to consider before you can own it. In chapter 14, the lamp's lighter said that when he puts out his lamp, he sends the flower or the star to sleep. That is a beautiful occupation, and since it is beautiful, it is truly useful. A job becomes more important when you know that it will be helpful to others, and that is the job of the lamplighter. In chapter 15, the little prince said to himself that his flower is ephemeral and it has only four thorns to defend herself against the world. And then he just left it on his planet, all alone. And that was his first moment of regret. This situation is common to people because most of the time, people repentance is always in the end. Doing things without carefully thinking makes a person to regret. In chapter 17, the snake said that whomever he touches, he sent back to the earth from whence he came. This statement of the snake is biased because people have a different belief about death. Some believe that there are two places after death. One can go to heaven or hell. Other people may also have their own belief. In chapter 21, the fox said to the little prince that it is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. This statement of the fox is the most important lesson that you can get to this novel because this saying has been time tested in many instances. The fox also said to the little prince that the time that he had wasted for his rose is the reason that makes his rose important. This statement is true because most of the time people gave their time to the people who is important to them. The facts also stated that men have forgotten the truth about their forever's responsibility for those who have they tamed. This statement of the facts is true because nowadays people's relationship is no longer so stable. They also easily forget their responsibility to the person or the people around them. In chapter 22, the switchman said that only children know what they are looking for and that they waste their time over a rag doll and it becomes very important to them, and if anybody takes it away from them they cry, and because of that they are lucky. This statement of Switchman is true, that children knows their wants, enjoy simple stuff, and can easily get in touch with it. And yes, they are lucky.
Important things in life cannot see by our naked eye, but the heart knows it. The most important thing in the world is the emotions and feelings of a person. The love and time that he gives and receives from others make him satisfied with his life. Time and love are invisible. That's why most of the time people ignore it.